guys, happy Sunday. I was sitting here just thinking about, my journey and what it's been, especially over the past year. So I just wanted to jump in and kind of talk about it a little bit. So for those of you that don't really know my story, about 3-4 years ago now, I lost about 70 pounds. I started with nutrition first, and then once I lost 50-ish pounds, I felt comfortable enough to go to a gym because I didn't before. So once I was in the gym, I'd use that as an excuse to eat more. So I wasn't losing any more weight. I was just kind of stuck there. And, whatever. So I was at one gym, and then I left and I went to a different one, started working with a personal trainer. Then things started to change. I ended up going to a different gym after a little while. And that's when things really started to change. I found my place, and my people, the trainers there were phenomenal, are phenomenal. I now work there. So, but it took that perfect mix for me to finally be able to hammer out the fitness and nutrition side at the same time. So things were good, really good. I lost about 20 more pounds, but physique wise, I was there. I was dropping body fat percentage like crazy. So I was really leaning out. The scale wasn't moving that much, but my body was changing completely. So everything was awesome. Everything was great. Last February, not this past one, but the one before that, I lost my office job. And a month later, I started as a personal trainer at a local gym. And then I'm still there. And I also work for this other gym that I was going to before. So anyway, fast forward a little bit. About a year ago, this month, in May, things started to get rough. My head just wasn't in it. Things just got really hard. It was a real sticking point for me, and it didn't get easier. It went way downhill. Last summer was really rough for me. I don't know why. I think maybe just the stress of, working, changing my whole lifestyle. That's when I started my business. Just a bunch of stuff. I didn't really give myself time to soak it all in. It was just constant go mode, and it caught up to me and it hit me hard. So last summer, starting around right now this time, I ended up really falling to binge eating, really bad. So I was binge eating multiple times a day, thousands of calories a day, thousands. It led to about a 30-pound weight gain, and just mentally, it messed me up big time. I was obviously still working in a gym. I was still running my business, this group, working with clients online and offline, trying to be the best trainer that I could be. The knowledge was still there. I still had all of that. And I, was learning to become a trainer. It hasn't been that long, but I was still learning, still developing. I've gotten a few more certifications since then. So I was continuously developing career-wise, but personally, I still wasn't taking that time. I was still pushing myself to the wayside, and it showed. So, hey, Joanne, thanks for joining. If you come on, say hello. So I, really had a rough summer last year, and it got to the point where I was crying to one of my friends who was also one of my bosses, and she made me an appointment with a therapist. She just called me one day and was like, hey, so you have an appointment at this day and this time, and it's paid for, so you're going. I was like, okay, I guess I have no choice. So I went, and it was good. And then I also joined a program around, healing your relationship with food, which to me, that sounds a little bit cheesy. It always has, but it's a real thing, and it worked. So I've gotten way better with that. I've not had any issues with binge eating since October. So that's a huge thing. If any of you guys do deal with binge eating, let me know. Talk to me about it, because I'm there. I've been there. It's tough to overcome, but there are ways, and I would be more than happy to refer you to the person who helped me, or just help talk you through it, whatever you need. So anyway, over the past year, I went way, way, way downhill, and I was eventually able to hit the brakes. That was around October-ish, like I mentioned. And I've been slowly climbing my way back up. And by up, I mean down weight-wise. I was going to doctors that were like, you were here a few months ago and you weighed this much. Now you are here and you weigh that much more. What's going on? And that sucks to hear. You don't want to hear that. So it was like I was getting hit from all angles and I wasn't taking the time for myself. So once I was able to get a grasp on it, I've had to be really careful with what I do because, again, I still have that knowledge. I know what worked for me last time. It was really being strict with my food, like counting macros, and literally every single thing that I ate, I was tracking and counting and measuring, weighing. So I know it works. Obviously, I mean, I lost a lot of weight. I really got lean on it, but it fucked me up mentally. So I have to be really careful to not let myself get to that point again because I was miserable. So now I'm taking a less strict approach. I have gotten back to tracking my food because I just want to make sure that I'm there. It really just helps hold me accountable. I still eat whatever it is that I want. I just plug it into MyFitnessPal and see where I fall in the day. I have like a range of numbers that I shoot for. It's not like I need to be right here on protein. I need to be in this range for protein. And it works for me. And the point of this video is about consistency. So once I started doing that, which was about 2 months ago, as of today, I'm down 10 pounds in 2 months. So my old way of thinking, just over a year ago, would have said like, that is awful. Like 10 pounds in 2 months, that's about a pound a week. That's terrible. Why is that terrible? I'm down 10 pounds in only 2 months. Cool. So I'm not where I was a year ago physically, but I'm not there mentally either. I'm not in that shitstorm anymore. So it's all about finding that balance and what works for you and then sticking to it. It doesn't do anyone any good if you're dieting one day, not dieting the next, or week to week, month to month even. You got to find something that works for you and you got to stick to it long term. I know there's some of you in this group that are low carb, and that's awesome if it works for you. I know there are some of you that are vegetarian. Awesome. I know some of you are whole food, plant-based. Awesome. Whatever it is that works for you, if you enjoy it and can stick to it, go for it. But the problem comes when you go online and you join these groups that are all keto or all this and all that, and you look at it and you see these people dropping weight, so you're like, yeah, I'm going to try that. And then you try it for a week and it didn't make you drop 500 pounds like all these other people are saying. So then you go on to the next thing. That's where you run into trouble. So you need to stick to whatever it is that you want to do and try it out. I don't care what it is. If it's something that makes you happy, have at it. Do whatever you need to do, but stick to it. If I don't know, whatever you want to try. You could lose weight on any diet. You could lose weight without a diet. I'm not on a diet. You can do it. You can do it. You just have to stick with it. You can't just jump around back and forth to this and that. Like, you gotta just put everything into one thing and stay there. And it might be slow, and you might tell yourself that you're doing a bad job and it should be faster. But like I said, with me and my 10 pounds over 2 months, it's still 10 pounds. It doesn't matter. What's the race? I did kind of gain the weight overnight last summer, but generally speaking, you don't gain it overnight. You put it on over years of eating extra calories and partying and drinking and eating crap and whatever it is. So you need to just hit the brakes a little bit and switch it to something that's healthier. You can still do anything you want to do. You can still eat whatever you want to eat. It's just about moderation, portion size, and consistency. So the moral of this video is to just stick with something, anything. And if you need any help with any of it, like I said, specifically with binge eating disorder, I've been there. Talk to me about it. Let me know. I happily pass you along, or we can just work together ourselves, whatever you're comfortable with. But talk to me about anything. What do you do? What has worked for you? Let us know. Maybe we could have some different ideas come into the group. So whatever you're dealing with, just let us know. This is a support group. We're all in this together. We've got 752 members as of right now. So plenty of us, someone has gone through what you're going through. So let us know, let us help. And if you have any questions, I'm here for you. So that's all I got for you for today. So I hope that helps. I hope that you can learn to stay consistent, and I'm here for you. So other than that, I hope you guys have an awesome Sunday, and I will talk to you all soon. See ya.